I am making this video mostly just so I have proof that I was right, because I know I'm going to be right about this. It's really hard to have a great memory and you feel like motherfuckers are out here trying to gaslight you your entire life. Because listen, I'm not a perfect person. I know that. I'll cop to that. I have many flaws, okay? Many. But there are three things about myself that I do take pride in. Number one, I am one of the most creative human beings on this planet. Number two, I am very adaptable. You can put me in just about any situation and I'll figure out how to survive, okay? I can make it work. And number three is I do have a great memory. Now, it's actually complicated because I'll say I am a mix of like Sheldon and Dory at the same time. I will forget something 2 seconds after you say it. But 10 years later, if you ask me about it, I will remember it instantly and in full detail, more detail than you. And then, but it's hard because yeah, I am forgetful. I've walked out of the house without wearing pants sometimes. I'm a forgetful person, but I have like horrible short-term memory, amazing long-term memory, and so long story short, it's almost fiesta in San Antonio. It's like this 2 week long celebration, and the restaurant, the next door, usually they ask us to shut down, and we do, and as a reward, they let us sit and eat. At least that's what I was always told because we have it on the schedule now. There's a day where we close at 5:30. Technically, we close at 5, but we have till 5:30 to clean. That's why we're scheduled to 5:30, but we're closing at 5. Anyways, these motherfuckers today trying to tell me that no, that doesn't happen for the Fiesta Parade. That happens for the Christmas Parade after Thanksgiving. And I'm like, the fuck it does. You two motherfuckers both trying to gaslight me. That is not how this shit works. First of all, I started this job in March, and yet, like a month or two after I started the job, we had the first parade and I sat there to eat. I remember that very clearly. And I'm like, oh, this job ain't so bad. And I know it was in Fiesta because we had the cascarones, okay? We're breaking those eggs over each other's heads. So don't sit here and tell me that that was winter because I have never, in the years that I have been working this job, I have never been there for the Christmas parade. Never. So don't sit here and fucking tell me that that's what happens. Because I remember that y'all keep complaining that we used to not open back up again after the Christmas parade. But now the owner started saying, yeah, you can close for the parade, but then once it's done, open back up for the rest of the night. And I'm like, I don't care because I'm not there. But every year I have been there for the food, for the meal, so don't fucking tell me that that's not what's happening. I wish I understood how human brains work, why people, it's really easy for them to get simple things mixed up. Because I swear to you, I'm going to make a video tomorrow and I'm going to say, I told you so. We're going to ask the big boss, the head bitch in charge. And I want it to be like, this is what's happening, right? That's what's going on. And she's going to be like, hell yeah. And I'm going to be like, I told you and I told you. Do not doubt me. When it comes to free food, I know my shit, okay? I might forget your birthdays because I legitimately don't give a fuck. But when it comes to me getting free food, I remember that shit. I knew it. I fucking knew it. See, I knew. There are times when I can believe you if you tell me that we're living in the Matrix. Because there are glitches in the system all the time. Because how are people going to suddenly start remembering something that never happened and something that always happened? They're like, yeah, that never happened. But to be fair, the people who are putting up the biggest arguments or who just didn't know the answer, it's because they weren't there. Like, they don't go to the spring one, so they had no idea what was going on. That's why it's really easy for their brain to give them incorrect information, because when they look for the information, there's just not any information there. Is that? It is. Well, anyways. So yeah, I'm right. I'm getting free food next Monday. And I got free food today, actually. Not this, that's a drink. But I got some free Chinese food. Yeah, coworker, I don't know. He bought an extra one. Was there really a reason? Who knows? Who cares? I don't ask questions. People give me food. I take it. But I tied it too tightly. Also, you like my necklaces? Where'd the other one go? It's back here. See, I usually have longer chains than this. I don't like it short. And you might be like, that's a normal length. It feels short to me. I'm usually have like much longer. But it's hard to find, but I think half of that is just because it's hard to find anything that fits me perfectly. Everything is either made for smaller sizes, so it's like, it's so small it feels like a choker on me, or it's just obnoxiously long. So I just went with obnoxiously long because I can wear something too big, but I cannot wear something that damn small. Like literally choking me. Let's look at this. Ooh. Yeah. Rice and chicken. Looks like some veggies in there. It's free. I don't ask questions. It's free. The point is, like, especially when it comes to food, I remember shit. I don't know if I've ever talked about my jewelry before. This one I wear every day. Digimon. It's the Crest of Hope. It's TK's thing. This one's just Kingdom Hearts. It's a Keyblade. Kingdom Hearts is one of my all-time favorite games. It's actually playing Kingdom Hearts, the original one, came out when I was like 12. It helped me get over my fear of the dark. I know that's gonna sound stupid to a lot of you, but like legitimately it did. And the Crest of Hope, just because like hope is one of my core emotions. And you know what I've learned? As a kid watching Digimon, I didn't understand this, but as an adult watching it, I realized when they get their crest, it's not necessarily because that's a trait they embody, it's actually a trait they have to learn. TK is a fucking crybaby. So how does he get the Crest of Hope? You know? Same thing with like Matt, his older brother Matt, he got the Crest of Friendship, which I realized like, oh, he's the prickliest motherfucker here. Like literally the only one he's nice to is his little brother. So he has to learn like the true meaning of friendship and being supportive to each other. And like Sora, it's only when she understands what love means and comes to like understand like why her mom is hard on her, that it's out of kindness and concern. You know, that's when the crest activates. So I felt like the Crest of Hope is a good reminder to me, because hope has always been kind of my guiding principle in life. But there are days when it's hard to have hope, to carry it with you. So it's nice to be able to look down and see. Anyways, that's it for today. I might do this tomorrow. I don't know. It depends if I have anything worth talking about. I might not. I don't know if this is true for all y'all watching, but for me, just listening to a good song can put me in the right mood. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you haven't seen The Prince of Egypt, go watch that movie. It's a good movie. It's based off of a Bible story, and the soundtrack alone makes the movie worth sitting through. Banger after banger after banger. When You Believe, Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston. If you don't know that song, you need to know that song. I'm pretty sure it was award winning if I remember correctly. And fucking Boys to Men, I Will Get There, one of the greatest songs ever recorded in the history of music. Anyways, that aside, look. Oh, that's the whole reason I was making this video anyways. I got a tablet that takes forever to turn on. So I rarely ever turn it off because it takes forever to turn on. Unboxing. I don't know what that is. Got some new kicks. Ugh. Let's slide these on and see how it fits. You can't. I'm gonna use the right foot. The right foot's in a better position. See, I don't need a lot of sporty stuff. I go for more casual wear. I just need comfort and ease. Those are the two things I look for. Oops. Comfort and ease. Oh. Oh yeah, that fits. That feels. Slightly concerned. Doesn't feel as wide as the other, but I mean, I can wiggle my toe, so I'm not. I should. Maybe it's just that it might take a little getting used to, but I feel good about it so far. I'll give it a try. I'll wear it to work tomorrow. I got a big ass foot now that I think about it. My foot's bigger than my head. Is that normal? Whatever. Yeah, I also got a new ring that I've been wearing today. It's just 4 paper clips clipped together. I know it looks like I'm naked, but I'm not. I'm still wearing pants, underwear, and my left sock. I just realized what this is, and I read on there, confirmed that is what it is. Seems. Some of y'all may not know this, but I wear toe socks. For those who don't know what a toe sock is, it's a sock with toes. I would wear toe shoes, but I've only found like one pair that I liked, and it wasn't in my size. So, nothing. But yeah, lately I've been throwing away a few pairs of socks because some of them are more whole than actual socks. So, I ordered me a case. And every time I order, I always make sure to get a different pattern because I like mismatching my socks. Don't know why, don't know when it started, but honestly, I probably haven't worn matching socks since I was like 12. Not too much to say today, other than, the shoes fit. They fit well, they got great traction, no slipping, no sliding, no bop, 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 mustard on the beat. Oh. Anyway, it's weird. Like, I put them on, and it's like, yo, I forget that your feet aren't supposed to hurt when you're wearing a good pair of shoes. One of the best and honestly worst traits about myself is that I am very adaptable. I get used to things very easily. I adjust. And like I said, it's a good quality because I'm a survivor. It's what I do. I make shit work. But, you know, it's the hard part. Hold on. The hard part about being of always adjusting and always figuring out how to make it work, fitting things in, is that you get used to things not being right, and that just becomes life. And you don't take enough care of yourself. Your feet are hurting when you put your shoes on. You should get some new shoes. Not wait a year until you've got, foot, ankle, and back problems before you finally think, let me see what I haven't tried yet, which is literally anything because you haven't done anything. You can try everything because, your only plan was fuck it, let's just power through. Anyway, that's it. I mean, I'm not saying there weren't some troubles at work, but I don't want to talk too much about that. I don't like talking about my life as it's happening. I'd rather wait until it passes. Because I know they don't watch every single video, but there are people at work who know I have a YouTube channel. Who knows if this is the one they'll decide to watch. But I will say one thing. Have you ever seen Modern Family? I'd be lying if I said it's my favorite show, but I appreciate it. It's funny. My least favorite character, and I know it's gonna offend some people, but my least favorite character is Cam. Because, listen, I try to be sensitive, but some people are too sensitive, and if you need constant reassurance that yes, people do like you, I mean, that's a you issue, and yet you're making it everyone else's issue. So, that's just me. Like, Cam, least favorite character ever. Seems insufferable. I don't think I could tolerate being around someone who just needs that much assurance, especially because, like, I've mentioned it before. We live in a world where, hey, billions of people. So guess what? Not everyone's gonna like you, and it has nothing to do with you, technically. It's more about them. There are some personalities that just don't mesh. Because, like me, I've learned that I consider myself a kind person, but other people won't. And that's because a lot of people define kindness different. Because, like, for a lot of people, being kind means going out of your way to make sure other people are happy. But to me, that sounds like a doormat. I see being kind as, well, hey, I'm going out of my way not to be an asshole to you. So a lot of people are like, are you even trying to be nice? And I'm like, you have no idea how much I'm trying. I could be a dick right now, and I'm not. Trust me, this is me trying. You don't want to see me when I'm not trying. Like I said, like, it all comes down to the fact that we're raised differently. We all have different values and beliefs, different principles that we live by. It's impossible for any one human being to get along with every other human being on the planet. That's just not a thing that's ever going to happen, ever. But I digress. I made it. I made it to the end of the week. I'm alive. And I don't know if I'm ever going to do this again. Maybe. I don't know. I didn't hate it. Didn't necessarily love it. But I survived. I'm alive. Oh, I got pizza. I got 2 large pizzas and some bread bites. And I'm not going to eat any of them. I'm going to throw them. I pushed the button. I'm going to throw them in my fridge and then I'm gonna eat them tomorrow, or some of it tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll have some left for Sunday because I don't feel like cooking. It's WrestleMania weekend, and I'm hoping that I might have to do some laundry at some point in the sometime over the next 3 days. Because lately, we got like 20 machines, but only three of them work. So, if there's a lot, if I wake up tomorrow and there's a line, then I'm not doing it. We'll see. We can keep pushing it off for a day or two. But I do need to get to it eventually. Other than that, you know, other than that, I I don't I was gonna say something. I guess there's not much to say. My back is feeling a little tight. There's a bit of soreness, but only because I stopped taking it easy. Because like for 3 days I was taking it easy. These last 2 days I'm like trying a little bit, but not too much. So it's not 100%, but I can make it through a day. I'm still glad I took it easy, at least for the first few days, because, you know, 3 hours of that, because like 5 straight days, well, I'd have killed myself. So I'm at least in a good place now. But yeah. Either way, I was willing to take the risk because I know, hey, I'm gonna be chilling the next 2 days. I'm not gonna do much of anything. There's one thing I do want to talk about briefly. It's that, when I'm thinking about doing, I should do a full letters to my therapist about this, and I think I'm going to at some point. I haven't written it yet, but it's definitely something. But like one of my favorite quotes. No idea who said it. I think I knew at some point, but it's been a while. I can probably look it up. But one of my favorite quotes is, "You should never judge a man by who he was yesterday or who he may become. Judge him for who he is today." And I realized I'm not taking my own advice. I'm too hard on myself and constantly judging myself by the mistakes of the past, most of which were made due to lack of knowledge. Not, you know, there's a difference between being stupid and just lacking the knowledge. See, the difference is the stupid people, they just are incapable of learning. But the majority of us, the majority of humans, we are capable of learning. We just haven't learned yet. Anyway, I realize I'm still looking at myself through the younger eyes, and I have no idea who I am now. Because the more I've started paying attention to myself, I realize there's a lot of things about me that have changed that I hadn't stopped to notice or appreciate. Like, because a girl at work was flirting with me, a customer, and when I realized what was happening, I was like, "Wait, are you flirting? Like, did you just wink at me? What's going on? Is there someone behind me?" "Manny, I think she's talking to you." But you know, I realize now I am a lot different than I was 10 years ago. For one thing, I walk with pride. I walk with a lot more confidence because I used to be someone that, I walked around my head slumped over, my head staring at the ground. But now, I strut to the music. I strut to the music, baby. And I really hate that whole confidence is everything. I mean, confidence is important, but confidence is like good looks, money, and a great personality. If you have it, it does make it more likely that you'll get a yes, but it's not a guarantee that you'll never get a no. You can still get a no. A no is still more than possible. No's happen all the time, even with people who are confident, good looking, and rich. If you got a shitty personality, you can still get a no. The point I'm trying to make is, it does make a difference. It's not the end all be all, but it does make a difference. Not to mention, I take much better care of myself than I used to. Because for the first 32 years of my life, I don't think I ever used lotion. I do use lotion now. Ask anyone who knew me before I turned 18. Hell, ask anyone who knew me before I turned 30. Very ashy. Very, very ashy. I've learned the value of lotion. I brush my teeth every day. I take showers regularly. It's now I'm still not a perfect person, but I carry myself like I actually enjoy my life. And I think that it does seem to be making a difference. Not enough of a difference, but at least a slight difference. Anyways, that's it for me. I might eat a slice of pizza before I go to bed, but at some point in time I'll try to edit this in the next couple of days. Tell me if you liked it. I might consider doing this again, but who knows? We'll see.
You smoked all of it, didn't you?